Hey, what's going on? Dan here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the fastest way to make $300 a day profit with dropshipping. Now, the strategy that I'm going to talk about today is called branded dropshipping, and if you've watched my recent 2-hour monster video that I just made on Shopify, it's a complete Shopify tutorial, I've got a ton of recent subscribers from that video, and so the strategy that I described in that video was branded dropshipping. That's exactly what I'm going to be showing you in this video. I'm going to be going in depth into it, and I'm also going to be giving you tips and tricks, as well as exactly how it works if you're just starting out with dropshipping, and if you're wondering what is the best strategy to actually start making money with Shopify. Using this strategy, I was able to scale my main store to 7 figures per year, and if I'm starting a brand new Shopify store, that's the exact strategy that I'm going to use. And I believe that it's the best strategy today if you want to succeed the fastest way possible with Shopify, because it's exactly what every successful store has done. So let's go into my computer and I'm going to break down exactly how it works. All right, so let's talk about how branded dropshipping works. Now, the money in Shopify is in building the brand, and I emphasize this in every single one of my Shopify videos because it is so important. Most people don't understand this, and when they start with Shopify, they're blindly following YouTube videos that tell them to just copy-paste products, and they're thinking that they can just go and get away with selling dollar store crap online. And the reality is that that's not how you go and build a legitimate business. That's not how you go and build something that's gonna put 6 figures, 7 figures per year in passive income in your pocket. So that's why I developed this strategy. When I got into dropshipping, I realized there were so many problems, and the reason I actually stayed away from it for so long was because of the lack of fast shipping. Back then, everybody was doing, and still people are doing, like e-packet shipping. There are still YouTubers that are telling people to do e-packet shipping, and obviously that sucks. It takes like 3 weeks for the customer to actually get their product, and they're overpaying for something that they can just easily buy off AliExpress, and all that kind of stuff. So that just doesn't work anymore. And so that's why this strategy is so much better. With this strategy, you'll be able to get 2 to 3 day shipping once you actually are selling about for a month, 2 months profitably. And I'll talk about how we get that. And also it allows you to actually build something of value, like for example, Movement Watches, which is a huge Shopify store that used this strategy, was sold for 100 to 200 million to a huge watch company, and many other stores out there. I'll go into some examples in this video. So how it works is like this. So find a product from social media that solves a problem for a particular niche. Now, finding a product, it's very easy. Literally just go on Facebook or scroll down through Instagram, and you can just go and look at what products are being advertised to you. More than likely, you're probably seeing dropshipping stores every single day, probably branded dropshipping stores, because I guess the world has caught on to this new strategy. And that just makes sense because people are tired of buying dollar store crap online. They're used to buying high quality stuff off Amazon. They're used to fast shipping. And so that's why if you just go on your social media, I am sure that you'll find a product. Now, I cover this in my huge 2-hour video as well, specifically how to find products and every other step right here that I'm describing. But make sure that you watch this video first, because I'm going to give you extremely useful tips that you can then apply in that video when you watch the huge 2-hour one, because that one's also very helpful. Also, your product needs to have a wow factor, and that's also very important. Like on Shopify, if you're building a store and it's literally just some gloves, for example, it's going to be very hard to get people to stop scrolling on Facebook for some gloves. So the reality is that you're going to have to find a product that stops people's attention, stops them from scrolling when they're just going through their daily life. And so that's how I actually scaled my main store to 7 figures per year, multiple 7 figures per year. And I did that because I saw a product on social media that was being advertised to me, and I noticed right away how amazing and how useful the product was. I actually couldn't even understand what it was at the beginning, but that's obviously something that captures attention. The next step would be to create an amazing looking store and sales page, and that's also very important. Many people think they can just create these half-assed stores and half-assed sales pages. That doesn't work. It's just not going to work. You're not going to be able to have any sales. Basically, you're going to have a ton of money spent on Facebook, and you're just not going to have a profitable store. The next step would be to create problem-solving ads with your iPhone or smartphone camera. And I'm not kidding. All you need to make a good ad is an iPhone or just your smartphone camera. And what I like to do is I like to create problem-solving ads. So, for example, for your product, think about the problem that it's solving, and then just go and basically present the problem. So present like a scene where you have a friend or like a model that you hire, something like that goes and they're experiencing the problem, and then they find the product, and the product instantly solves the problem. And those are the best kinds of ads with a call to action at the end. So at the end you would say like, hey, 50% off discount right now, just to get them to actually visit your website. And we're going to start with $10 Facebook plus Instagram ads, and nothing below $10, because that's just too little for Facebook. Some people talk about $5 ads. Those can work. I think they worked better last year, but to be honest, $10 is enough to actually get purchases. If your product is costing like $200 for people to buy off your website, then you might have to start with higher budget ads, but it's not like you have to spend thousands. You can literally start with $300, $400 with Facebook ads. And as long as you're budgeting everything correctly, then you shouldn't go over that budget. And so obviously you're going to pause the bad ads and you're just going to increase the budget on the winning ads. The next step would be to scale to complementary products on the store. So, with your first product, for sure, there has to be other products. There have to be other products that your target market actually wants. And so those are the next products that you're going to sell to them. And what I did is I actually just put up 2 other products, but most of the sales are actually being captured by my first product. And then the other 2 are kind of just like complimentary on top. And then after 1 to 2 months of profitable dropshipping, we then moved to ordering units in bulk and storing everything in a fulfillment warehouse, because that way we can offer fast 2 to 3 day shipping. And that obviously gives us a huge edge over every single other basic Shopify store that offers 3-week shipping. If you're going to do Shopify the old way, you're going to offer e-package shipping, you're going to get tons of customer complaints. People are going to be pissed off. And trust me, I experienced that. It's not a very good feeling, and it's just not a good way of doing business. So let's talk about the math to making $300 a day. And I want to make this very, very clear, because revenue is not profit. Sales are not profit, and definitely not with Shopify. But I want to kind of break it down for you so that you understand what the correct expectations are, what numbers you should basically be aiming for. So $300 a day is $9,000 a month. And if we want to make $300 a day in profit, because profit is what actually allows us to basically live the freedom lifestyle and what actually allows us to quit our jobs, right? So that means that if $9,000 a month in profit, that's how much we're making. That means that we have to make about $30K a month in sales at a 20 to 30% margin. And on Shopify, this is a pretty decent margin. If you have something above that, then you're a master. Usually you'll get 20 to 30% of a margin. And that's normal. It seems pretty low, but actually it's similar. Like, this is just the e-commerce margin. On Amazon, you'll get a little bit of a higher margin, but with Amazon, you don't have the heavy Facebook ads costs, because basically you just post your product on Amazon, you launch some PPC, and that's that. So with Shopify, you can expect this kind of margin. Now, there are thousands of Shopify stores that are making these numbers a few weeks to a few months after launching. So it's not easy, but it's possible, and anyone can do it, is my point. Just because it looks like it's hard, or just because, $30K a month it seems like a huge number, you should not be discouraged. When I was getting started with online business, I honestly had no idea how to get to that number. I set myself a goal of making $10K a month within the first 3 months, and I was making $30K a month, actually specifically $32K a month in e-commerce. And so this was over 2 years ago. And since then, I've grown way past that. But I just want to really break this down for you so that you understand that if you persist, if you apply this information that I'm teaching you, then there's no reason why you can't succeed. We all have unlimited potential. We all have unlimited possibilities, and each one of us can and should apply our own strengths and our own talents to this information in order to basically, achieve what's ours, right? Achieve the goals that we want in our life. So if we're going to talk about a selling price, let's compare 2 different selling prices just to show the difference here. So if we're going to sell the product at $100, so that's how much it's going to be for the customer to buy, that's going to be 300 units per month, because we're aiming for $30K a month. And so at $9,000 a month profit, $300 a day, we're going to need to sell 300 per month. And if we're selling at $50, then basically the number goes up by double. So 600 units per month, and that gives us $9,000 a month profit, $300 per day. So it's the exact same profit, except in one case, at the $50 case, we have to basically sell double the amount of units. And so as you can see, Shopify honestly becomes easier the higher you can sell the product at, but it doesn't mean that you should be selling something that only costs like $25 on any other store. You should not try to sell that for $100 unless you can really improve that, or make kind of like present it in a premium way, really make your website look great, and just have a premium brand. So make sure that the pricing actually matches the value that your customer is basically getting from your product, right? And it only takes one store to win. And e-commerce is not easy. Online business or any kind of business is not easy. And that's why they say most people fail at business. However, those statistics are severely flawed, because you have total control, right? You can't really apply statistics to business because it's all up to you. And you can choose whether you succeed or if you fail. My favorite quote is, if you never give up, you just can't fail. It's honestly guaranteed success at that point. So just, keep going until you find a winner. And at that point, when you find a winner, all you have to do is scale. So now I want to show you some examples of stores that are applying this exact strategy, that have applied this strategy and are making 6 figures, 7 figures per year. So the first store that I want to show you is called hairfield.co. And this is honestly a pretty interesting store in the way that, they're selling a product that is very, very basic. So they have their logo on this. And by the way, with branded dropshipping, that's the whole point. You want to have your logo on it. And it becomes a lot easier when you're actually ordering your products and then storing them in a fulfillment warehouse, because at that point, then your supplier will basically be willing to put your logo on the product. When you're dropshipping, sometimes they won't be willing unless you basically prepay for like a certain amount of units, and they'll hold it in their warehouse for you. But look at this, right? A very basic Shopify store. It's very obvious. This is what their sales page looks like. It's very, very simple. Honestly, there's like 3 pictures. And I mean, it's not even like anything special. They got a bunch of social proof, but honestly, you can even write a lot of these reviews yourself. Like Loox allows you to, this is the app, it's called Loox, Loox, and it allows you to write your own reviews. I'm sure that some of these are pre-written, maybe by friends or something like that. If we check out the Alexa traffic rank here, as you can see, 420,000 in the world, which is pretty high. It's not insanely high, but it's pretty high. And so according to this basically tells us, the rank of the website based on the amount of visitors. So I think that this store is making about maybe multiple 6 figures per year at this point in sales. And so I think definitely at least 100K a year in profit for sure, at the minimum. And so that's huge. And you can even see, if we go to the Facebook ads library, we can even see the ads that they're running. So if I type in hair feel co, right here, hair feel, let's take a look at the ads. So now we can see the ads. And like I said, they're problem-solving ads, which are the best. So she's showing the problem, stray hairs. And so there you go. Now she's fixing it with this stick, and boom. Although I would usually stay away from selling a product this cheap, because it just becomes hard to make a lot of profit, because obviously they have to sell way more units than if you're selling a product at like $50 or $100. Now the next store that I want to show you is also applying the branded dropshipping strategy. This one's called Sensibo. And this one is interesting as well. This one is, I know for sure, making a lot of money, probably millions of dollars per year. This is a smart air conditioner. And they've got like some, I would never use this. This is old Shopify techniques, old Shopify tactics, where they're using like sales pop, basically to show like social proof. But as you can see, it is a smart air conditioning monitor, and it's all branded around this thing. Very simple logo. And I guess there's an app that goes with it too. I'm sure that the supplier provides you access to the app. And if we open up the Alexa traffic rank here, we can see huge traffic rank. So 37,000 in the US, 83,000 worldwide. So this one has a 4 times better traffic rank than Hairfeel. So this one's for sure making millions of dollars per year. Probably like 300K profit, 500K profit a year at least. And so if we go to the sales page, let's check it out. So we go to buy now, products, there's different kits. And so we have some reviews here. This one actually doesn't look like a typical Shopify store. This could be hosted on something else, but it just shows you another example of someone making millions of dollars using the branded dropshipping strategy. Let's check out their ads here. We go to Sensible. I actually got bombarded by their ads a lot. Okay, so let's see if it's a problem-solving ad. Yeah, problem. So problem right here. Frustrated with your AC or heat pump, always too hot. And then they're showing the product here. So they're explaining how it works, because obviously, you would have no idea how it works. And so I guess I don't even know, it's like a remote air conditioning controller. But this one is selling at a great price. They're selling 1 unit at 100, 2 units at 200. So it's really great, and I'm sure that this store is making a lot of money, a lot of profit. So those are some examples of great stores to actually go take a look at and get inspiration from using the brand dropshipping strategy. And I want to say, don't give up. It might take 2 or 3 stores, but you only have to win once. And make sure that you choose a product that you would actually buy yourself, not something that you can easily find in like Dollar Tree or something in the dollar store, because a lot of people make that mistake, and it's not going to cut it. People are not stupid. Customers are not stupid. Like, they know what's valuable, they know what's not valuable. And nowadays, actually every single day, customers are getting smarter and smarter. So, I want you to actually build a proper e-commerce business, and I don't want you to, just basically sell garbage. So that's why it's very important to choose something that people actually want to buy. And a very, very great tip for fast success is, don't reinvent the wheel. Look at your competitors' strategies and look at the strategies of multi-million-dollar dropshipping stores. That's a great starting point for basically seeing, exactly how you should structure your sales page, exactly what you should put on there, how to put social proof like reviews and things like that, what apps to use, what to put on the checkout page. And that alone is going to help out your success so much, instead of just having to figure everything out yourself. And also, never stop learning, seek mentorship, make sure that you keep learning every single day. This is not something that you can just learn in one day. And that's that's why I highly recommend you check out the Shopify Freedom course. The price is going up to $997 very soon because I'm developing my own course platform right now. And as soon as that's out, it's going to be basically on there and the price is going to be going up. And in Shopify Freedom, you'll learn every single step to actually be able to make 6 to 7 figures a year with Shopify. So if you want to quit your 9-to-5 job and you really believe that you can succeed, then I highly recommend you check it out. The link is down below. Make sure to join before the price goes up. And never stop learning. With Shopify, you can't learn all this in one day, and watching endless amounts of YouTube videos from different YouTubers, from different people, is just going to confuse you. And so that's why I highly recommend you seek mentorship, which comes included with the Shopify Freedom course, which is a course that I made because a ton of people were asking me, hey Dan, can you talk about branded dropshipping? Can you talk about, your strategy to actually build a 6 to 7 figure Shopify store and brand? And so if you join, that's exactly what you'll learn. You'll learn how to be able to quit your 9-to-5 job and build a successful Shopify dropshipping store with the branded dropshipping strategy. And it also includes unlimited mentorship with me, so you'll be able to personally ask me questions on my Facebook page. The price is going up to $997 because I'm getting a ton of students joining every single day. So the link to join the Shopify Freedom course is down below in the description. Make sure to join before the price goes up. So that was the fastest way to make $300 a day with Shopify dropshipping. Subscribe, like the video, ring the bell, leave me a comment down below. I'm going to respond to every single comment on this video. It's something I've been doing recently because a lot of people out there, probably including yourself, you have maybe a lot of questions with Shopify getting started with this business. And so that's why I want to answer your questions. Go ahead, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be there and I'll see you soon.